Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Raj. Please introduce yourself to the board.
Brought up in Nagaur, Rajasthan. I completed my schooling from there. After that, I graduated from Political Science Honours from Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi. I used to play professional cricket. I played cricket for 10 years, and my hobbies are rapping and freestyling songs as well as strength training. My mother is a government teacher at the primary level, and my father is a businessman.
Okay. So you are a cricketer.
Yes, sir.
And because you are not playing cricket, so India is performing poorly in Australia.
So the team is trying its best, but
What trying is best? Every time it gets out for 200, 300 runs.
So today itself, Nitish Reddy has saved us by scoring a wonderful century.
Tell me,
Yes, sir.
were you a batsman or a bowler?
So I was a batsman.
Batsman. What position did you go in for batting?
So when I started playing, I was a middle order batsman, but after some time, I used to play as an opener for my team.
Opener.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between a drive and a cut?
Sure, sir. So a drive is generally performed on the front foot on a ball that is full length and close to the batsman, whereas a cut is a back foot shot where the batsman transfers his weight on the back foot and tries to play horizontal or to the side of the wicket.
All right, I know. I understand you know it. Secondly, tell me what is a Chinaman?
Sir, I myself was a Chinaman. It is a left arm leg spinner.
Okay, so explain for the benefit of everyone, including me. Maybe I was wrong.
Sir, it is a leg spinner who bowls from the left arm. So basically, when a left armer bowls the leg spin style of bowling, he's called a Chinaman.
When he bowls a googly, not a normal leg spin.
I'm sorry, sir, but as per my limited knowledge, the left arm leg spinner is called the Chinaman.
No, left arm leg spinner, when he bowls a googly, it's a Chinaman.
I'm sorry, sir, I'll read about it.
Tell me, is the success of IPL one of the reasons for the downfall of India in the Test cricket?
Sir, actually, India has been performing decently in Test cricket, and IPL has given us some very good players because it allows the domestic players to perform at a stage where they get the international exposure as well. Like the case of Nitish Reddy, as we can see, he got an opportunity in the team because he was so good in the IPL, and he played a pivotal role in
Counter argument.
Yes,
don't you think in the slam bang format of cricket, the patience and virtues of Test cricket batting is lost?
Sir, if I recall correctly, sir, Gautam Gambhir was a very good IPL player as well, and he played for more than 10 to 12 hours in a test match to save the test match. So, sir, obviously every player adapts to the challenges of different formats and try to perform their best for the country.
All right. We beg to differ.
I'm sorry, sir.
My next question, you are a political science honors and international relations.
No, sir. I was a political science honors student. PSIR was my optional in the civil services.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Then you are the best suited to answer this question. How is the President of India elected?
Sir, President of India is elected by an electoral college by the system of proportional representation and a single transferable vote. And the ballot is also kept secret, sir.
All right. You know the mathematics?
Sir, I'm not very sure.
You come from Rajasthan?
Yes, sir.
What is the value of one MP from Rajasthan?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, sir.
How many states and union territories are there in India?
Sir, there are 28 states, and sir, 10 union territories, sir, if I'm not.
कल्याण हुआ आपका।
10 नंबर कट गए इसमें, याद रखना।
काफी कट गए।
Sorry, sir.
रविकांत जी।
Raj,
Yes, sir.
why are you so handsome?
Sir, I would give the credit to my parents.
Okay, yes, that is a very good answer. चेयरमैन साहब ने जहां से छोड़ा था वहीं से स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Yes, sir.
भाई यूटीज घट के 8 हो गई हैं।
I'm sorry, sir.
नो प्रॉब्लम। अगर आप उनके नाम बता दो ना तो मैं सिफारिश करूंगा यूपीएससी से कि आपको आउट ऑफ टर्न 10 नंबर ग्रेस मार्क दिए जाए।
Sure, sir.
बताओ।
Sir, Pondicherry?
नेम द 8 यूटीज ऑफ इंडिया।
Yes, sir.
क्विकली।
Sir, Pondicherry,
हाँ,
Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh.
नहीं, पौंडीचेरी गलत हो गया।
So, Pondicherry is.
गलत हो गया, पुडुचेरी हो गया।
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
I think let's leave it like that. Time is very short. We have a lot of distance to cover. Now I am going to ask you about Indian population scenario.
Yes, sir.
How much India lives in rural areas? What percentage lives in rural areas?
So, around 65 to 70% of Indian population as of now is living in the rural areas.
Okay. What is our current fertility rate? Any idea?
Sir, as per the latest NFHS report, we are at 2.1 fertility rate.
ठीक है, very good. Now population of India is going to reach a peak and then stabilize.
Yes, sir.
Any year in your mind when it is going to stabilize? And after that, no, it's net zero then.
Sir, I'm sorry, I'll have to read about
ये
that.
देख लेना जरा, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
It's quite related to Viksit Bharat, but there is a problem. Now medical science courtesy, PGI, AIMS, this, that, everywhere. Old people are not dying. Sorry, I am not meaning any offense to old people. I should put it positively. They are rather living more, right, than ever before.
Yes, sir.
And young people are not getting in the system as they were getting earlier.
Yes, sir.
So we are perhaps going towards China society. You know, majority of old people, non-working population, aged people need social care, hospitalization, and not many young people. So that India, once upon a time, youth, now this happen in the near future.
Yes,
And
sir.
it will coincide with Viksit Bharat. So now if you are the Prime Minister, what will you do?
Sir, even though the senior citizens of the country are not a part of the working population, but their experiences throughout their life are very important for this generation as well. And with their experience, they tend to guide us towards the things that we need to do to ensure that well-being of all is taken care of. So I believe that as a country, we should ensure that we take steps to better their life in the later stages of their life and not look at them as a burden for
Raj,
them.
hold on. This is not a moral science seminar. The point is you have to talk that productivity बढ़ानी है. And
Yes,
we
sir.
have to employ the IT tools but not replace labor. Human intelligence is supreme. Let us remember. Okay, let's stop
Yes.
with that, right?
Sure, sir.
I talk on the last topic, which is my specialization, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Waste management. What is your views on waste management? Especially Delhi का जो पहाड़ है ना, नरेला बहुना. Have you seen that पहाड़?
No,
Heard
sir.
of
I
it?
haven't. No, sir. Actually, I haven't.
In Delhi are won and lost on that pahad, but pahad remains, elections come and go. That is the tragedy. What is your view on waste management in India?
Sir, waste management in the country is making good strides, as we can see through the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and also the use of technology and awareness among the citizens. Although we have a lot of ground to cover, and with the government initiatives as well as citizens' participation, we can tackle
Okay,
this.
fine. This municipal waste, how can we recycle or convert into what products?
Sir, I have limited knowledge on this, but if you allow me, I could make a guess.
No. You see, within your limited knowledge, tell me two,
Yes, sir.
3 phrases.
Yes, sir.
At this municipal waste,
Yes, sir.
huge,
Yes, sir.
65 million tons per annum. How do we get rid of it? How do we convert it? What do we do?
So the one idea is of waste to energy plants. There is also the technique of pyrolysis, where we convert.
No. Pyrolysis is practiced in Europe, in labs only, on field very rare.
Okay, sir.
Theory, only theory. Waste to energy, let us talk of waste to energy. What is happening in waste to energy? What do we do?
So, like I said, I will have to.
नहीं. Class 10 pass की है?
Yes, sir, I have.
12 की है?
Yes, sir.
Now, very simple. You burn the waste.
Yes, sir.
Boil water, produce steam. From steam, run turbine like thermal power plant. And when turbine runs, electricity is produced.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember Faraday's law of making electricity?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't.
I am just done with you. Thank you so much.
So, sorry, I'm so sorry. So, Raj,
Yes,
your interests are, what did you say, rapping?
Yes, ma'am, rapping and freestyling songs.
Did you sing?
Yes, ma'am, I'm a rapper. It's different from singing.
No, but freestyle singing and rapping, you do the tuck, 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 tuck. Is that
No,
what
ma'am. Freestyling songs is that I can make a song on the spot. I
see.
can make a
And
song
rap
on
on
the.
the spot.
Sorry, ma'am.
And rap on the spot, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you do.
Yes,
Create
ma'am.
a song quickly and just go based on that, is it?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
One line, can you just show me what you mean?
Ma'am, if you allow me, I have written a rap on child marriage. I could do that.
Just one line or two lines, not the whole thing.
Yes, ma'am. It's in Hindi. Can I perform that?
Yeah.
So 18 से पहले क्यों कर देते शादी, बेटी है वो बोझना जो कर देते खाली, बेटों से है तोलता, छोरियां कम ना है मारी, समाज की रीत नहीं ये तो है बीमारी. So ma'am, it's in the rhythm and in that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting that you are doing that.
Yes.
So anyway, let's come to other things. From the foreign policy, you have said your option is third for foreign service. So I was just thinking, I'll ask you a bit about. You must have heard of the UN and the UN Security Council reforms. There's been a lot of talk about that. What are your views on that, and how important are they?
Ma'am, the concept of or the demand for UNSC reforms has been going on lately, and it is important because UN has been seen as an institution that represents the reality of the geopolitical scenario that is there, and as per the current composition of UNSC is there, the permanent members are no longer as influential as they were when the UNSC was established. So obviously there is a need to ensure better representation from especially from the global south. Also, ma'am, because of the limited representation, we find that the UNSC is not able to tackle the certain issues like the recent wars that are happening in the global arena.
If I may interrupt, what is the mandate of the UN and the UN Security Council, and has it failed or has it been able to meet its mandate or fulfill its mandate?
Ma'am, there hasn't been, we cannot clearly say that it has failed, but it has been trying and it has succeeded in some times, because ever since the UN was established, we haven't seen the Third World War. So that itself shows that UN has been tackling the issue, but there have been instances where the UN could have performed much better by becoming more representative and providing greater say to the countries that are impacted by the great power politics that is happening.
If I may say, 2 wars are ongoing rather.
Yes, ma'am.
Why has the UN failed? It was meant to prevent wars and conflict, and it is almost like a third world war. And even in the, all other small skirmishes taking place all over the place.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, like I said, the UNSC is not representative of the current realities, and the permanent members are not able to arrive at a consensus. Which
why are they not able to reach?
Ma'am, because if I can take the case of Ukraine-Russia war that is going on, so Russia and China are not allowing certain resolutions from UNSC to be passed, because it directly condemns them and holds them completely responsible for this particular
China?
geopolitical
How's
crisis.
China involved in the Ukraine war?
Ma'am, China is not involved, but China has been refraining from supporting the resolutions that are condemning Russia completely.
Condemning Russia, all right, but isn't Russia part of the war? So why should it allow itself to be in the dock?
Yes, ma'am, but that is how the UNSC works, and the permanent members have time and again used it for their own cause.
Okay. And last question, India and China having difficulties along the border and all, China has become the second largest economy, and it has led to certain global geopower and geopolitical shifts and balance of power shifting.
Yes,
China's increasing GDP growth and its heft in the world and its and its current position. Now, does Quad have anything to do with China? And what is Quad?
Ma'am, Quad is more focused on Indo-Pacific, although one of its objectives is certainly to ensure that the Indo-Pacific remains open and free and inclusive, which is which sort of acts as a counter to China's dominance that we can see in the recent times. So Quad as an initiative or as an organization is certainly important given
What is the constitution of the Quad?
Ma'am, Quad is formed of the 4 countries, that is India, Australia, USA and Japan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Raj, good evening. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, Raj, please tell me, the word in a way is getting polarized every day. You see, the word of order and the word of disorder. There is a continuous kind of struggle between the two, and unfortunately, the word of disorder always scores better than the word of order.
Yes.
What is going wrong, and where are we going to? What kind of situation will be there tomorrow? What is happening, and what can be done about it?
So when we talk about the growing polarization across the world, it is one important factor is because people are communicating less. We have seen the rise of social media, and there are these bubbles that are being created where people's own ideology is reinforced again and again. So this lack of discussion or this lack of critical reasoning among them has led them to be more polarized towards a certain belief that they hold. And so this...
Okay, if it was that simple. Anyway, the Election Commission of India,
Yes,
its mandate is to conduct free and fair elections, and transparency must be ensured.
yes, sir.
Recently, the government of India has tweaked the 1961 rules 93-2, and the opposition, Congress basically, has gone to the Supreme Court. What is this issue, and what do you think of it?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have to read about this.
You don't know about this particular aspect?
Sir,
That ECI has recently tweaked certain rules.
Yes, sir. If I may make a guess,
Take a guess. What do you think of?
it is regarding not providing the polling booth recordings to the candidates when they demand.
Why do videography if it is not to be shared?
Sir, it is being done so as to ensure that the transparency is maintained. As recently last year,
Videography is done for that purpose, but then
Yes,
if you don't want to share it with others, then where is the transparency?
Sir, actually, with the rise of fake videos and deep fakes, it becomes...
Okay. You are, advocating the government's cause. You're trying to find some reason. Now, tell me that there is a top-heavy bureaucracy in terms of the IAS officers, IFS officers, and not the IFS, IAS and IPS officers. Small states like Punjab
Yes,
has 23 DGPs.
yes.
Now, how does it affect the law and order situation of a state? And what are the problems which such states are facing? Large number of additional chief secretaries, special chief secretaries, all kinds of things.
Yes, sir.
So what is the problem?
So when we talk about Punjab or other small states, when we talk in context of the area, So, sir, obviously this leads to an overlapping of the responsibility among these authorities, which can again lead to a lack of proper accountability from their side, which can further worsen the law and order situation that some states are facing. So, sir, there is a need to promote more streamlining of the bureaucracy or the administration to ensure that proper accountability and proper responsibilities taken for the actions, and the responsibilities are divided to very clearly.
All right. Now, there is a problem. The young boys and young men are victims of hyper masculinity in states like Punjab, Haryana, and even your state.
Yes, sir.
Promoting vulgar science, vulgar songs, gun culture, and things like that. And the jobless youth are attracted toward that, causing a lot of disharmony in the society. What can be done about it?
So again, the issue of social media comes into play in this, because of the social media, this sort of behavior is glorified, and the youth, especially in their formative stages when they do not develop that critical thinking, they tend to idealize these actions and these personalities and try to mimic them, which can cause an issue.
Can value education do something about it in the schools and colleges?
Yes, sir, definitely it can. But also, sir, the role has to be taken up by these role models which the youth follows. If they are proactive enough and take the responsibility and try to ensure that these the youth of the country who follows them are being led on the right path, that can also create a difference.
All right, one more question. You see, to counter China,
yes,
and especially in the high altitude areas, Government of India has developed a special tank for such high altitudes, 15,000, 60,000. What is the name of the tank? And tell me something about that.
I'll have to read about, sir.
Your tank, 25-ton weight. Know that. Very important development.
Yes, I'm really sorry.
All right.
Sir.
From Rajasthan, there is a great son of India who laid down his life from near Jaipur, Major Shatan Singh. Do you know something about him?
I'll definitely.
Major Shatan Singh Paramveer Chakra.
Sir, I'll definitely read about it.
You have not heard of Major Shatan Singh?
I'm sorry, sir. I've read about Mr. Mundale, who received Shaurya Chakra in 2005. But I haven't read about
all right, just for your information, because I'm very passionate about it and I keep conducting every year some to commemorate this year. There was a battle on 18th of November 1962, yes, in which Major Shatan Singh's company, consisting of 125 men, yes, 111 were martyred, including Major Shatan Singh. 13 Command Charlie Company, and he was given awarded the Paramveer Chakra. All right. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, sir.
Prerna?
Right. Hello, Raj. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, ma'am.
Right. Now, Raj, one of the core planks when we talk of, say, the current foreign policy or the Modi doctrine was the idea of neighborhood first. Yes. How do you think that this policy has been flaring as far as present circumstances are concerned?
Ma'am, when we talk about the present circumstances, like we can see in Bangladesh, the situation, the idea of neighborhood first has definitely been on India's priority list, because recently the Maldivian president also visited our country and he reaffirmed that India is an important partner for them. So we have been accepting the flaws or the issues of our neighborhood, and at the same time trying to ensure that the turmoils in our neighborhood does not impact our national interest or threaten our national security.
Okay, you mentioned Bangladesh now, given the kind of things that have been evolving.
Yes,
there is a request for extradition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the request about?
Ma'am, India has allowed the former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to stay in India, and the Bangladeshi interim government has asked for the extradition. However, ma'am, the treaty does not specify any timeline within which we should we should respond to this request. The official stand of the government of India is also that we have received the request, and since there is no timeline, so obviously we cannot be forced to extradite her as soon as they ask us to.
But the legal terms aside, there can be political fallouts of the same, right? Given the long-term balancing that they might have to do with the new kind of government that
Yes,
will
sir.
come in Bangladesh. What is your opinion? What India's stand should be as far as extradition of Sheikh Hasina is concerned?
Ma'am, although there are no permanent friends in international relations, but our country has enjoyed very cordial relation with Bangladesh while Sheikh Hasina was in the government. So we cannot simply refuse to allow her to stay in the country just because there is some political fallout in Bangladesh. And also the relations between India and Bangladesh are too important that they depend on any one particular person or personality to work cordially. So I believe the government of India is doing the right thing by helping a friend in need.
No, so you're saying that she shouldn't be extradited. You're saying
Yes, ma'am.
that the long-term relations with Bangladesh
Yes,
would
ma'am.
possibly fare better if we do not extradite Sheikh Hasina.
Yes, ma'am. Because if today we cede to the request of the interim government, maybe in a later stage when the Awami League comes into power again, we'll not be able to enjoy neutral relations with them, and that could spoil our relations.
Okay. Now, again, Raj, recently there was a news that our Prime Minister laid the foundation stone for the Ken Betwa interlinking project. Right?
Yes.
The project also holds key importance for Rajasthan as well.
Yes.
Right? There is a certain indirect linkage with Rajasthan. What is that?
Ma'am, I'm not very sure, but can I take a guess? Like the Eastern Rajasthan Canal project, which consists of Parvati, Kali Sindh and Chambal River. So maybe there is some
Right.
relationship with...
There was a recent MOU that was signed.
Yes.
Do you think, given both the kind of hydropolitics within states that prevail in the country,
Yes,
plus with the kind of issues of sustainability, interlinking projects is something that can fulfill long-term developmental goals for India while keeping in mind the environmental and social impact?
Ma'am, if you look at the long-term sustainability of such projects, of course, there can be certain challenges. However, for the development of certain regions, like when we talk about Ken Betwa interlinking project, it is important that we take up such projects and ensure that opportunities are provided to the people of the region, and we can take these initiatives to better interconnect. And I don't, ma'am, in my opinion, I believe that the hydropolitics that you mentioned will not be an issue when we talk about the sustainability or the long-term impact of these projects.
Okay, right. That's it. Thank you, Raj. Varun sir, what do you?
Okay, Raj, so situational question for you. Assuming you have been made the head of Rajasthan tourism, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so the standard song is Padharo Maro Des.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so now obviously considering you rap, right? So now if I ask you to make a new theme song for Rajasthan tourism, can you try?
So actually, I have made a song on my city. So if you allow
Okay.
me, I could perform that. And
Okay, let's see that. Let's see.
so it is in my native language, Marwadi. So
Yeah,
can I-
okay. Yeah, sure.
Yes. So it is नागौर मारो शेर कोनी आ तुम्हारी जान है माल पुआ सबसे बढ़िया आमा की जुबान है बुजुर्ग हो या टाबर सबरो राखा पूरो मान रे मारवाड़ी बोली कोनी आ तुमा की शान है सोचो कोनी एड़ा. So should I continue?
Yeah, continue. It's okay.
धरती मारी दोरा रही है आवाज गुंजे मोरा रही है बात निराली छोरा रही है बैटिंग पूरी टोरा रही है धरती मारी दोरा रही है आवाज गुंजे मोरा रही है बात निराली छोरा रही है बैटिंग पूरी टोरा रही है पगा में जूती पैरिया निकला मैं छोटी उम्र में ही गलती करनी सीख ला मैं पायला लेट आवे तो भी उडी कला में लिखनो आवे चोको जने ही आया ही कला में.
Okay. Right. I think with that, I think we should end the interview. Sanjay sir, over to you.
So Raj, we find you articulate
Yes, sir.
and you have a view on more or less everything. And of course, there are knowledge gaps, but you perform more or less okay. Tell me, in your opinion, how has been your interview?
So I believe in certain questions I diverted from what was being asked of me. Like I need to be more aware about, because this was my first mock interview, I need to be more aware about the question that I am being asked and answer to the point.
Is it your first time you are made it to the interview?
Yes, sir. This was my second attempt and first means.
Okay. So when is your interview?
Sir, 28th of January.
So Raj, there is time for you. It's almost a month.
Yes, sir.
You should make the best use of this time.
Yes.
You can speak and you have basic, very good knowledge. What you need to do is to brush up.
Yes.
You brush up not only your knowledge, you also brush up your manner of replies. As you said that in certain questions you diverted. So those things you should guard against. The best way of going about it would be to, select questions, say about 100 odd questions, maybe more, not very many, from the fields from where the questions are most likely to be asked. And these would be the place you come from, the subject with which you have graduated, that is number 2. Number 3, your optional. Number 4, your DAF. Number 5, your current affairs. What newspapers do you read?
So currently I'm reading the Times of India Jaipur edition and the local newspaper of my district.
Which local newspaper?
Nagore Bhaskar, sir. There's no English newspaper.
Add another national daily.
Okay.
Either the Indian Express or the Hindu.
Sure, sir.
Either one of the two.
Sure, sir.
Or I would suggest both. It's a matter of 1 month and
Yes,
you can afford to do it.
Yes, sir.
Add these 2 newspapers, read it very carefully,
Yes.
especially the editorial page and the main news items, till at least your interview is over.
Yes, sir.
Think of the questions, prepare answers, short and to the point answers. Go through it several times so that you are able to remember. So when on the day of the interview, you will not be able to fumble or beat around the bush. You will be able to give clear and crisp answers.
Yes.
Burn the midnight oil, and we have every hope that you should be able to do very well in it.
Thank you, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Raj, you have done well, and your good personality and composed stance really adds to it. One thing which I maybe assessed wrongly, but since it is online, I am not very sure. When you are talking to a person, don't keep your eye down.
Sir, actually the camera is up and I'm...
I thought so. Because, and always when you talk to a person, eye contact, 100%. Otherwise, we presume that somebody is guilty of doing something, number 1.
Yes.
And you are intensely talking to one panelist. Also afford some fleeting glances on all others, right?
Yes.
And everything is fine. You are handsome, dressed pretty well. अगर गलती निकालनी है तो निकाल देते हैं, चलो टाई की नोट बहुत बढ़िया है मगर थोड़ी बटन दिख रहे हैं, बटन नहीं दिखनी चाहिए भाई, देखो.
Yes, sir.
ये सिखाया जाता है हम लोगों को एक जमाने में, तो बांध लेना ठीक से, otherwise everything is perfect with you.
Yes, sir.
And Chairman sir has very nicely told you, you have to burn the midnight oil to cover the gaps, which you have found yourself today.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Just to say, overall, you're good. Little more knowledge gaps which need to be filled up, and you just have to be precise. Your answers were not fully covering what was being asked. So just prepare well, and you'll do very well. All the best.
Thank you.
Colonel Saab, you are muted.
Raj, you are a very good candidate. You are from border state. So understand the implication of that, what all can be asked. Okay.
Yes, yes,
And then the potential of solar energy in your Rajasthan.
yes, sir.
And of course, proud heritage of great soldiers from Rajasthan. Know about them.
Sir,
I
definitely.
was actually absolutely surprised that you not heard of Major Shatan Singh Paramveer Chakra, which is, so please understand, know something which your
Yes, sir.
state is very proud of. All the best. And the dubious distinction of the female literacy rate being the lowest in India.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you will be asked something about that. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Right. I think, Barun sir, anything more to add?
I think Raj and I had a discussion that day also. I'll talk to him aram se.
Okay. Perfect. Raj, we'll arrange one-on-one sessions for any further questions from you, right?
Sure.
And this is all. Okay. Thank you and best
Thank
of
you.
luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Good luck, Raj.
Thank you, sir.
Do well in the main interview.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.